Once again, welcome to everyone. We are back for the second session of our lecture series for this day. We hope that you have enjoyed watching the lecture that we had this morning with Miss Rosemary. So before we begin our lecture for this afternoon, I invite all of you to ask for the guidance of the Holy Spirit in this endeavor. Let us entrust once again ourselves to God that all our aspirations may come into fruitful realization. Let us be aware of God's presence in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, we are meeting today to conduct this online lecture. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of wonder and awe. Impart your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that our affairs may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being our source of guidance today. Be with us always, Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, at this point, let me introduce to you our speaker for this afternoon. So, he is a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English in Bulacan State University, and currently taking his master's degree in language education. In 2016, he passed the licensure examination for teachers. He has been teaching in the senior high school department of Colegio de Santa Monica de Angat for 5 years now. So aside from his duties in our school, he is also engaged in volunteer work as a former president of the Rotaract Club of Angat. He is also a 5-1 talk teacher and have been chosen to be one of its brand ambassadors from 2020 up to the present. So he will be sharing with us his lecture entitled English Communication in the Age of Globalization. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Mr. Victor S. Cruz, Jr.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, especially those who are watching right now, to my colleagues, to my co-teachers, and also to my friends and family, and also to my students, my former students who are watching right now. Good afternoon. I hope that you will enjoy today's session because today I will be sharing important points and tips in English communication in the age of globalization. Good afternoon, Sir Ruben, too. Yes, how are you?
Doing fine, sir.
Yeah, and I guess everyone else is doing good also. So thank you again so much for introducing me. Thank you. I'll take it from here, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so again, everyone, I am Mr. Victor Cruz Jr., and I am one of the English teachers in Colegio de Santa Monica de Angat, and I am in the senior high school department. Yeah, and my subjects are oral communication, reading and writing, and all of the English-related subjects. So, Yan, welcome to our lecture for today. Yeah, so today I will be sharing some important points about my topic, which is English communication in the age of globalization. Now, before we begin, I would like to see some hearts from the comment section. If you want to send, if you're excited for this talk, there are a lot of question and answers here. So just send me some hearts, okay, in the comments. In the comments now, yeah. And I want to see them. Yeah, the more we engage we are, yeah, the better. Yeah, thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Yeah, so before we actually begin this talk, I would like to have a test with you guys. Yeah, thank you so much for those hearts. Thank you so much. Now we'll be having some quick tests, for everyone to, to be awakened in this afternoon. It's siesta time. I know that some of you will be feeling sleepy at all. So this test is for you. Yeah, and so since we are talking about English, so I have some grammar tests. I have tests about diction too, and you can try to comment, okay, below if you know the answer. Okay, are you ready, guys? I guess you're all ready. Yeah, pag natuwa ako, magpapaprize ako. So yeah, keep the comments coming. Thank you. Yeah, so let's read this question. So the first question is, the first item is Annie and her brothers are at school. So this is a question about subject verb agreement. So what do you think is the answer? Comment your answers now. Ayan. Tignan natin. Is it is or are? So today we will be refreshed a little by the rules of grammar, especially in subject-verb agreement in this kind of example. Ayan, sabi ni Genevieve Christine Alda, it's are. Ayan, tingnan natin what the correct answer is. Yeah, the correct answer is, ayan. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Alisa and Lance, for commenting. Yeah, I guess you're right. So the answer is Annie and her brothers are at school. So what makes the subject plural? It's the conjunction and. Yeah, kapag may two nouns that are enjoined by a conjunction and, it becomes plural already. So the correct answer is are. Yeah, congratulations for those who correctly answered the question. Keep the comments coming. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, these are my students now who are actually commenting. Former students actually. Yeah. Next item. One of my favorite sisters is are going on a trip to France. So what is the answer? One of my sisters is are going on a trip to France. What is the answer? So yeah, let's wait for the comments, Yan. My students are very, very active. Thank you so much. Yan, sabi ni Alisa, it's is. Okay. Are you sure it's is? Oh yeah, sige, let's reveal the answer. One of my sisters is going on a trip to France. Some of you guys might be confused because you saw the word sisters, which is actually plural, but what the main subject is about is one, which is actually a part of a whole, a part of the many. So yeah, one of my sisters is going on a trip to France. So we're still considering the one there, okay? Not the sisters. I hope that's clear. Congratulations, Elisa. Yan. Papa Gcash ako. Sige. Okay, next item. Let's have, this one. Your pants are wet. Especially now, it's rainy days. Okay? It's already wet season. So yeah, most of our clothes are getting wet when we go outside. Yeah, your pants is or are wet. What do you think is the answer? Yan. Is. Ayan. Alisa said it's is. What about the others? RJ Ramos, it's is. Lance said it's is. Oh, these are my students. Yeah, thank you for your support. Your pants is or are wet. So this is a little tricky, okay? Yeah. So most of them answered is. The correct answer is, are you sure? Tinuro ko na to eh. Kita ng mga estudyante ko. Your pants are wet, not is. Though you might be thinking that pants is just a piece of clothing, but actually pants usually come in pair. So it's always considered plural. So we will use is if we say it like this. Your pair of pants is wet because we're talking about one pair. But talking about pants alone, it is considered already plural. So the answer should be are. Let's read the sentence again. Your pants are wet. Okay? But nice try, everyone. Nice try. Thanks, Darren Angelo, for commenting. Thank you. So yeah, nare-refresh na kayo sa inyong grammar lessons, no? Your pants are wet. It goes the same with tweezers, with scissors. Where are my scissors? We don't say where is my scissor. Where is my scissors? It should be where are my scissors? Okay, unless we say did you? I have a pair of scissors. That becomes singular. Okay, all right. I hope that's clear. Next item. Now let's complete the sentence. Okay, for those young kids who are watching right now, this can be a help to you. Let's read letter A. Where does Pedro work? Letter B. Letter A, where Pedro does work. Letter B, where does Pedro work? Or letter C, where works Pedro? Yeah, and what's the answer? Yeah, let's wait for the comments. Yeah, keep the comments coming. If you like this session, kindly send me some hearts and likes and some emojis. I would appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, they say it's letter B. Ayan. Very good. The answer is letter B. Oh, sorry. It's why is it A? It's actually B. I'm so sorry. You see? This PowerPoint is a mistake. No, the answer is letter B. Where does Pedro, just disregard the red circle. Where does Pedro work? Correct. That's letter B. Okay. This is just a little error. I'm sorry, guys. Where does Pedro work? Okay. Next item. This one. I like early in summer. A. I like to getting up early in summer. Letter B. I like get up early in summer. Or letter C. I like getting up early in summer. Yeah. Now we're talking about ano. I'll reveal later. So what do you think is the answer? Letter B or letter C? Oh, my colleague is here. Sabi niya, it's letter B, Mrs. Adel Fuentes. Yeah, most of the answers are C. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Actually, the answer is letter C. I like getting up early in summer. Now, we're talking about gerunds. Okay, gerunds. And gerunds actually are nouns that end in ing but serves as nouns in the sentence. So the function of getting up here is a direct object. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, good, 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 good. I like it. I like this session. So this is just a warm up for everyone. Okay. So we're not actually into my main points, but I want you to enjoy this one. Now, for you yesterday. A, I am looking for you yesterday. B, I was going to I was going to look for you yesterday. Or C, I was looking for you yesterday. I think the letter B is, I know, let's disregard the letter B. I think it's, I know, it's a mistake. Sorry. So let's choose between A and C. I am looking for you yesterday, or C, I was looking for you yesterday. A or C, just choose. Oh, most of them answered letter C. Okay, and the correct answer is letter C. Sir, why is it not am looking? Because of the time indicator yesterday. So yesterday is a time indicator that something has already happened, so it's a past tense. Instead of am, it should be was. Okay, I was looking for you yesterday. Good job. Now these students are really active right now. Thank you. Thank you. Ayan. Yeah, correct si Miss Pamela Rivera Buenaventura. Ayan. And Kyla May de Guzman, thank you. Oh, these are my students. Thank you. Now, this one, we're not talking about grammar now, but we're trying to check our diction. Yan. Did we choose the right word for this? Now, this is a common expression among Filipinos. This is one of the common Philippinisms that we need to correct, actually. You said it last week. Actually, it's wrong, you know? Nobody says last week. Okay? What should be the correct one? I want to see it in the comments, you know? What do you think should we say here? Should we say you said it last week? Well, of course, that's easy. It's minus minus, right? So if it's today is last week, how do we say this in proper terms? Ayan. Tingnan natin. Yeah, you can comment it. Is it all right to say you said it last week? Well, it's actually fine kung tayo-tayo lang naman. No? But the correct way of saying this is what? Now, I want you to comment it down. Yan. Oh, you said it last 2 weeks. Okay, that's from Elia Bernardo. Thank you. What else? How can we say this? For last 2 weeks, according to Elia Bernardo. Oh, you said it 2 weeks ago from Lara Cristina de la Cruz. Yeah. Oh, these are my students, no? A week before last. Okay. Okay, let's reveal the answer. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy. Most of your answers are correct. Okay. So you said it last week, or you said it 2 weeks ago, or you said it the week before the last. Okay, good. And yeah, you said it last 2 weeks. Thank you. Very good. So last week is actually a redundancy, and it becomes improper. Okay, no, in grammar. So that might confuse some of the English speakers around the world. Okay, pag mga Pinoy lang, okay lang, we can understand this minus minus. But if other people hear that, they might be confused. So yep, you said it 2 weeks ago. You said it a week before last, or you said it last 2 weeks. That's fine. Okay. Now this one. Oh, this is very serious, you know. The mother was salvaged by the gunman. Yeah. What do you mean by the word salvaged here? You know, this is one of the strong. This is one of my, my mission to the world as an English teacher is to correct the meaning of certain words, yeah, that are misinterpreted in some contexts. Yeah. In the Philippines, let me tell you a story. In the Philippines, especially by the media, pag nakakabasa tayo ng dyaryo, ng tabloid, any tabloid, pag nakabasa tayo ng isang pamilya ang sinalvage ng isang kriminal. So we would actually think that pag sinalvage ka, you were killed or murdered, right? So instead of saying salvaged, you can say killed or murdered. Yeah, because salvage means a different thing. To salvage means to save something from being destroyed. For example, I need to salvage my things from the burning house. So kailangan kong isalba, salvage, salba yung mga gamit ko sa nasusunog na bahay. So yeah, so salvage does not literally mean to kill or to murder someone. So we have to correct this notion of this word, okay? So yeah, it's my job, it's our job to educate, no, to correct this word, okay? The mother was killed or murdered by the gunman. Kung narinig nyo to, the mother was salvaged by the gunman, you should be happy because he was saved by the gunman. Okay? But if your intention is to, but if you mean that the mother was killed, just better say she was killed or murdered. All right? I hope that you understand that. Thank you. Thank you for your answer. Yes, Miss Jorami is watching. Oh, teacher. Hi. Okay. Now, this one. Okay, this is tricky. Okay. I have to buy star margarine. Is that right? I have to buy star margarine. This is a common Filipino mistake. Well, yeah, it's a common Filipino mistake by just pronunciation. But if you want to correct yourself, and other people, you better say I have to buy star margarine. Yes. It's not margarine, it's margarine. Yeah, you can check your dictionaries right now, and it's always margarine from the beginning of time. There's never margarine, okay? So next time na bumili kayo sa tindahan, Ale, pabili nga po ng star margarine. So yan, okay? So you start the correct thing by yourself. Yan. Okay, again, star margarine. Okay. Next. Oh, this one. Oh, I have an example for you. So there was last. This was just last year in my class. So somebody, chatted me that he wouldn't be able to go to my class because he was going to attend the burial that night. Sabi ko, burial at night? Isn't it weird? Wala naman yatang nililibing ng gabi. Okay? So maybe what he meant was lamay. So maybe he didn't know ano yung English ng lamay at ano yung, feeling niya siguro, iisa lang ang meaning ng lamay at libing. Okay? So sabi niya, sorry sir, but I have to attend the burial tonight. So according to tradition, we never bury corpses at night. Okay, okay, we bury them during the day. Okay, but what happens during the night is called wake or visitation. Sorry sir, but I have to attend the wake tonight. Okay, it means na makikipaglamay ka. That's an overnight visitation. Okay, yan. Okay, for us to be clear. But of course, let's correct the word. It's not burial. It's not burial. It's burial. Just like strawberry, it's berry. It's burial. Okay, not burial, not burial. It's burial. Okay. Yeah. I hope that you're learning so far. If you're learning so far, you can just send me some more hearts. I would gladly enjoy it. Thank you. Okay. Next. Oh, this one. Yeah. The music made a segue to the movie scene. Is it correct? Yan. In Filipino context, no, pag sinabi, oy, sumegway ka naman dyan. So this word actually means, to go uninterrupted somewhere. Yan. To move somewhere uninterruptedly. So yeah, the music made a segue to the movie scene. It means that it went on smoothly. But did we spell the right word for this? Actually, no. Segue at this spelling is not the correct answer. It should be Now, is it okay if you can type the answer now? Yeah, and I will be waiting for your comments. So, segue. What's the correct spelling of that? Hmm. Tingnan natin. Oh, yes. I'm seeing a lot of comments right now. Thank you. Yeah, and according to Lara Cristina de la Cruz, it's Segue. According to Darren, it's Suegway. According to Pamela, it's Segue. The correct answer is this. It's Segway. The spelling is weird, but it's been like that, okay? So segue means the same thing as how we misspell it usually in Filipino. So segue. Uy, sumegway ka naman dyan. Okay? That's segueing. That's the correct spelling. Okay? So I hope that you're learning so far. Thank you. Okay, shall we proceed to the next? Yeah, I think that we should. Yeah. Oh, yan. Tapos na pala. Ayan. So, thank you for those who answered the items correctly. It means that you've learned a lot, maybe in our reading and writing or maybe oral com subjects in senior high school. So yeah, thank you for your participation. And we still have a lot during this talk. So I want you to stay a bit and listen to my main points. Okay. So today we're going to discuss English communication in the age of globalization. And English communication right now is a big thing, especially that we are going in the age of globalization. Now, in this lesson, we will find out why. But let me give you some trivias, okay? Now, did you know last 2018, Philippines ranked 14th in the latest 2018 EF Standard English tests. Among 100 countries who took the test, Philippines ranked 14, and that was really really impressive. Okay? And did you know that we were the first in Asia? Okay? Mataas tayo. It means that we are in a high English proficiency level. So it means hindi tayo pucho-pucho mag-English. We have the edge in terms of the language. Okay? So hindi tayo pwedeng masino-sino lang no, ng ating mga neighboring countries na we're not good in English. But actually, ranking 14 among the 100 participants, okay, that's actually a big thing for us. Okay? However, in the latest 2020 test, we ranked 27th. That's a big jump in the span of 4 years, maybe, or 2 years. 2018, yeah, 2 years. In the span of 2 years, we jumped into the 27th spot. And Singapore stole our first place. Okay, so we are just now the second in Asia. But still, we should be happy because we're still under the umbrella of high English proficiency. So there's still nothing to worry about. But if we see this trend that in 2016 we ranked 13, sobrang taas, and as the years passed by, okay, we are actually falling behind, and that is something that we should take into account. Now, yeah, although we are in the high level proficiency, but by the fact that we're seeing this kind of trend na pababa tayo, do we think that we need to do something about this? Now that's the question. Okay? So 13, but as pa rin naman yan, we are still in the high level proficiency. But yes, how long should we keep this coming? So we should do something to maintain our rank. Okay, but still, ranking the top two and the top first in Asia is still a big thing. Okay, all right. Now, you might be you might be wondering, that oh my gosh, Filipino have high level English proficiency, really? But parang sa school ko naman parang hindi naman masyadong evident. Bakit si mga kaibigan ko hindi naman masyadong ganyan? But when I went to Manila, there are some people who don't use English correctly. Is it really believable, these results? Well, to answer that, proficiency means the knowledge about English. Considering that Philippines, is a home of English education in Asia. Okay, English language became a part of our culture and tradition, and also a part of our Filipino identity. Okay, there was one instance, no, my student, because I'm teaching international students too. Sabi niya, teacher, I want to go to the Philippines. Oh, why? Because I think I can better learn English there because there you can see English everywhere, signages, books, okay, gadgets, and any type of written thing outside. It's English. Okay, so I think it's embedded on us. That's why our proficiency level is high because we are too exposed to the language itself. Okay, so that's a big thing for us too, and we should take advantage of that to learn. Now, you may be also questioning, in the school, no, pag may narinig kayo nag-English, parang it's new to the ear, and sometimes it's irritating, it's annoying. I've been there, and sometimes when you hear your English teacher speaking, sabi ni teacher, let me teacher, okay, today we're going to speak in English for 1 hour. Okay, let's make it a habit. And some of you will really, oh my gosh, teacher, I'm nose bleeding. No, don't English me, teacher. I'm panicked. So we have this kind of not trauma, but we have this kind of stigma that English language is something haunting, something traumatic, is something bad to you. So yeah, so this is a common reaction of students, of some Filipinos, whoever whenever they hear someone speaking in English. Okay, so the English may panic. So it's a little bit our attitude about the English language is a little bit hostile, that we don't want to welcome someone who really speaks English, okay, better than us. So, yep. So the point of this talk is to widen up our perspective that English language is not something to be afraid of, but English language is something that you should take into account, that maybe someday this language can help you in your life. Okay? Yan. So ito yung common na problem ko na kapag pumapasok sa senior high school, no? When I say, okay, class, we're going to speak in English all throughout the school year. Kapag ako yung teacher ninyo for 1 hour all the time. So these students were like, what? So they were very, very silent. They didn't even speak at all. But it's a matter of your approach. Okay, I think we're fun with this. Now, magtataka ka, we are in high level proficiency, but you can see the signages in the streets, eyes for rent instead of eyes for sale, right? So that's something funny. Okay, although it's funny, but also it reflects the level of English education, okay, in our country. Although these are just selected memes, but of course there are a lot too. Yeah, okay. So especially when signages are being posted in public, that there should be a standard there. Dapat correct grammar, and also with the right context. Yeah, and this one is, I don't know if it's made for fun, but eyes for rent is impossible. Balik mo na lang yung yellow. This one, nakakaawa naman yung estudyante. Sabi niya, nahihirapan ako sa course ko. Gusto ko mag-sheep. O, di ba? Gusto niya maging tupa. Ayan, di ba? Ang saya-saya. Okay. So, ganyan, no? So, may mga bloopers tayo sa English na sometimes we take it into memes, but, deep inside, it's a little reflection of what we learn in our English subjects, and how exposed we are in the right English. Okay? Okay, gusto mo mag-sheep. Okay. Next. Ito pa, nakakita ka ng job for you. Sabi niya, wanted, boy waitress, applied now at Ate Manang's Eatery. Look at the spellings. Boy waitress. Waitress is already a girl. Boy waitress is, I don't know, something impossible. So it's either waiter or waitress. O nakapag-apply na pala, applied now. Oh, yan. So wala lang slot sa'yo. Okay? So these are the signages that sometimes make us laugh, but okay, it's our job to teach you in school the correct ways to do it. Okay? Ito, maglalaro kayo ng ML o ng Dota. Sasabihin ng kakampi mo, sorry, log ako. Tapos yung spelling niya ng log, L-O-G. Okay? L-O-G daw. Okay? Okay, let's correct everyone here. Now, since most of us are engaged in gaming, okay, we should correct ourselves in this part. So log, L-O-G, is a part of a trunk of a large tree. Yan. Okay? Lag are interruptions, no? So the better way to say it is that I'm lagging. Okay? I have some lags. Okay? Hindi log. Hindi ka isang troso. Okay? Know the difference, but don't be a noob for life. Okay? So we are actually educating. Yeah, pag nakita niyo yung co-player niyo, log, correct them. It's lag. Okay? At least we are educating our team members as well. Yan. Also, ito, nagpatattoo ka, no? Because you adore your mom. You really love your mom. Ang pinatattoo mo, my mom is my angle instead of angel. So sometimes, you're not wrong with this. Ang mali dito yung tattoo artist. My mom is my angle. Yan. So instead, my mom is my angel. So hindi ko alam kung matutuwa yung mommy mo dyan. And, dito, bawal umupo dito. Setting here is not allowed. So yan, by management. Okay? So anong pwede dito? So bawal umupo. Sitting here, SITTING, is not allowed. Okay? So yeah, no, let's educate ourselves, especially when we're posting something public. Okay? Yan, ito, magtatayo ka ng business, food business. Putlong, hamburger, cheeseburger, ham and cheese. Muntik na maging hami-hami wave, di ba? Ham and egg and cheese. Burger with egg and cheese. I can't take this anymore. Double patties, egg sandwich with cheese. Well, this is something funny, but yeah, what happened? Okay, tawa naman kayo dyan. Baka nga kayo din eh. Okay, now ito naman, sumakay ka ng jeep. Oh, sir, magkano po yung pamasahe, manong? 850 minimum fare. So yun, okay lang di ka magbayad. Basta yung knowing na matakot ka lang sa driver, sapat na yun para magbayad. Minimum fare. Okay, instead of minimum fare. Okay, FARE. Okay? Ayan. Oh, if you love this stream, you can share it to your timeline. Okay, so many people can see. The purpose of these lectures is to promote our school. No, so the more the better. So if you like this live stream, you can actually share this to your timeline. So spread the word. Okay, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ayan. So showing you the memes, let us just begin to ask us, ourselves, why is English communication very important today? Ayan. So why do you think it's very important today? No, sometimes we disregard the language itself because we don't know that if it's relevant, if it's really useful. But for those who have finished schooling and now I'm working, and these people are now entering college, entering their career and in their business, these people are realizing how important English communication is, to develop their own selves and their careers. Okay, so let's find out today. Did you know? But let me give you some fact, okay? Bakit kaya importante yung English ngayon? One fact is this one. Did you know that there are 788 call centers in the Philippines? Yeah. Knowing na ako ay galing ako sa call center for 2.5 years, I know what it means. Noong na-call center ako, I was 18 and I didn't finish even college. Okay, I was 18 that time. So ang tanging bala ko lang to apply for the job is my good English communication skill. So fortunately, I got accepted to this call center. So what I mean is that English communication does not, actually puts you into a place better than where you are right now. Imagine that I don't have any money, and we're having financial problems that time. My saving grace was my communication skill, and I was able to be accepted in this call center. So imagine if you have good communication skills, you can provide yourself a job. Actually, there are a lot of jobs which are related to the English language. So yep. So I think let's go back to this question: why is English communication important today? Maybe one of the factors is that job opportunities someday. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now another factor why English communication is important is this: the G word. It's globalization. And for some reason, I think I have discussed this, in my one of my classes, no, in senior high school, what globalization is about. And globalization is a phenomenon. Okay, let's define it first. Globalization is the spread of products, technology, information, and jobs across national borders and culture. So it means that it does not happen in one single country, but it happens all around the world. It's a spread of products, not just in terms of trade and industry, not just in terms of business, but also sometimes in education, in economy. Okay, we tend to connect to other countries, and to be at par with them sometimes. Okay, to be at par with the global standards, and that's globalization. And actually, it's a social, cultural, political, and legal phenomenon. business people and businessmen does not only take advantage of this, but also we at the education sector also take advantage of this phenomenon. Why? Because in globalization we're trying to be at the same level as what other countries are right now. Okay, it's a progress. The K to 12 education. Now we have senior high school. Why do we do that? Because the old curriculum is so old that nobody uses that anymore. But now we're trying to get at par with the rest of the world. I think it same goes with the quality of education that we provide as well. Okay, yeah, because globalization deals not just only with our own borders, but also trying to consider what else is outside. And this is what actually is taking place right now. Okay, so globalization is taking into account what is happening already outside of your own borders or your own country. Okay, so yeah, the more connected we are, the more globalized we can be. Okay, these are the few of the advantages of globalization. There are a lot. Okay, yeah, especially in education sector. Now, the word lingua franca here, the word lingua franca, it means the language of the world. Okay, and since English is most commonly used all around the world, English is considered the lingua franca of the world. Okay, lingua franca means the common language. Well, our lingua franca in Luzon or maybe in Region 3 is Tagalog, but the world's lingua franca is not French, not Spanish, not German, but actually English. So yeah, so English is a big thing right now. So why? Because more than 350 million in the world has been speaking English as their first language, and more so, almost half a billion people are using English as their second language. The same with the Philippines. That's why in today's age, many of our neighboring countries in Asia are now integrating English subjects in their curriculum. Okay? Sa atin, matagal nang integrated ang English language from the day that we were studying, for many generations now. Okay, we have embedded the English language into our in the academe. Okay, it's nothing new. But now, there are countries right now who are progressively embedding this language into their curriculum so that they can be, they can improve their education at par with the rest of the world. Okay, so that's how important English communication is right now. Okay, yeah. So for those students who are listening to this live stream right now, maybe you can put a little focus on your English subjects, and both speaking and writing, because maybe someday, okay, the quality of the job that you will do will be a lot better than others. Okay, so I'm telling you this because I've been there myself. Okay, so yeah, so English is the lingua franca of the world. And also, according to Bodapati 2016, English language is a language before globalization, and English is the language after globalization. Okay. Globalization is a thing right now. Okay. The internet age also, it's a part of it. Okay. We are trying to progress as a nation, but also we are trying to progress as a world, as one human race. So yeah, so okay, that's how it is. Now, I'm going to give you some of the tips on how to improve your English communication. And this is also a part of me where I teach this, at school in my subjects in oral com, reading and writing. My students are witnesses of this. Okay? So we had fun, So maybe for those who are interested in enrolling in CSMA, especially in senior high school, you are very, very welcome here. Okay, now these are the tips on how to improve your English communication. First, how to improve your spoken English. Number one, watch English movies and immerse with them. I cannot even deny this anymore. Most of us have Netflix. We are fond of watching Hollywood films. Why not try to take advantage of that? Watch the English movies and then immerse with them to the point that you might want to imitate how they speak, and eventually you will learn from it. Okay, eventually you will speak the same language as they do. So yeah, that's how I did it. Second, speak English as often as you can with someone who is willing to speak English with you also. Oh, this is good. Before the pandemic, I have few students, well, many students, no, in grade 11 before. Some of them are here watching right now. I'm speaking with them casually in English, outside the classroom, even outside of the school, even asking questions from the messenger. Okay, I entertain them by using English. So I am very consistent with my strategy, so that these students will be having someone to speak English with, and that's a very, very good training. As a teacher myself, I have to provide the English speaking environment, so that these students can learn from me too. So yeah, and so they are very, very welcome to speak English with me, and I entertain them in English as well. So I have many, many students who talk with me in English every now and then. Okay, so some of them are watching right now. Yeah, I'm proud of them. They're actually commenting before, Yeah. Now, of course, the third step is do steps 1 and 2 again and again and again. Spoken English takes a lot of practice. Improving it takes a lot of years, okay, if you keep on doing it consistently. So I that's a challenge to you, no? Ako, no, I trained myself for so many years, okay, until I speak this way. But of course, if it happens to me, it can happen to you. It can happen to you too. You just need some dedication and motivation to do it. Okay, so anything is possible if you have the heart to do it. Okay, and English speaking is a skill, so it's learnable by everyone. Okay, so don't think na yung matalino lang ang makakapag-English. No, it's a learnable skill by anyone else. Okay? You just need the proper way to do it. Next, and how to improve your written English. Of course, written and oral are different thing. So that's a different environment na, no? How to improve your written English? Number one, read books. We have novels, journals, news articles, letters, poems, short stories, etc. Do not engage much in social media posts, because some of them, in social media naman, in Facebook, in Twitter, we don't check grammar naman eh. But if we want to improve our written skills, maybe we can read published materials, books, new novels, just like that. Okay, yeah. Of course, review your past grammar lessons. That's the only way to do it. Okay, for you to write correctly, okay, you should review your grammar lessons and also write your own written compositions. You have to create your own written compositions. If diary is one, yeah, kung nagda-diary pa kayo ng gantong edad, no, it's a good way of letting yourself being expressed in writing. If you feel something, especially when you're chatting, no, try practicing, with your friend. Oh, friend, I have a question for you. What do you think about this? So sumagot kayo ng English with the proper grammar. That's a practice. Yeah, doing it yourself, creating your own composition will really help you a lot in tawag dito, in improving your written skills. It takes a lot of years. Don't get impatient. Okay, just put your heart into it. Be consistent with what you do. Okay, I think that's the end of our. I think that's the end of my talk in this lesson, in this lecture, and I hope that everyone enjoyed it. But we still have a lot. We still have a lot of to discuss in the next part of this. So I think I can have Sir Ruben on the screen again. Thank you so much for watching. But still, please stay because there is a question and answer portion right after this lecture. Sir Ruben, thank you.
Oh, what an eye-opening and globally relevant topic, Sir Victor. Oh my God. I think I need to put more heart in the English grammar because of what we have done right. What we have what regards to the activity we have done a while ago. Okay, so before we move on to the next part of our lecture, we will give you we will give you within 5 minutes before we start our open forum. So our lecturer will be answering later some of the questions that will be posted in the comment section. So if you have comments, if you have questions, you may post in the comment section while waiting for the open forum. So thank you. We'll be back in a bit. Thank you, Sir Vic. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Again, everyone, we will see you after a few minutes. Not just if you have questions, then you can post them here. Thank you.
Okay, now we're back. So, so in this global age, we must be adept with the English language, not only as an opportunity for progress, but with what we have right now, it has become an opportunity to connect with various people, especially in this stream. So it's a grateful opportunity for us to do to make this series sorry, a moment of connection using the English language skills. Okay, so now we will be entertaining some of the questions that have been posted during the course of our lecture. So we invite Sir Victor again to answer the question and share the additional insights to our audience. So let's look at the comments who are, oh, I see. So there's a comment here by Mr. Lance Aaron Law. So the question is this: do we really have to be fluent in the English language
Hmm.
in this global age?
Yeah, that's a very good question from Lance Aaron Law. Thanks for that question. Actually, it's a question uh, um, of how purposively you will use English language to improve your state of life. Okay, if your purpose is to if your purpose of using English language for leisure, for casual purposes, then I think you don't have to be very much fluent about that. But if your intention is to improve your quality of life, to improve your career, to improve yourself, okay, I think it's your choice to be fluent in English. Okay, and because if you put excellence into your work, especially in any kind of skill that you want to learn, opportunities usually come by. Okay, so yeah, the question is, do you really want to be fluent in English? Okay, that's the question. Ikaw, gusto mo bang maging fluent? Ako gusto kong maging fluent because I want to do this in the future, and I want to be like that in the future. I want to be good in my job. I want to earn more. Okay, so yeah, if taking those points, no, I think my advice for everyone is, maybe why don't you give it a shot? English language is not just a thing that you study in school, but also it's something that you can carry on for the rest of your life, especially when you're about to do your job. Okay, thank you, Lance, for that question.
I see. Thank you, sir. So when we say, when in terms of fluency, you want to be fluent not because of a certain sense of reputation, but certain because it's your decision to be what you really want to be, like in that manner, in that sense.
Yeah, I think that's my point. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. I made it. Okay, another question from RJ Ramos. So here's his question, sir. Does the English language overshadow our first language, which is Filipino?
Oh, that's a very interesting question, and I can shed some light on that. My opinion about that. I think the English language does not overshadow our Filipino language, because in the first place, English is our second language. So a part of our identity as Filipinos is that Filipinos are good in terms of language, especially in both Filipino and in English. So it does not actually overshadow. We're just strengthening the language. We're just strengthening the language, just like how much we put importance to the first. Because considering that we are already on the age of globalization, I think it's time for us to step up, that we can maximize our second language for the benefit of our nation. Okay, for the benefit of yourselves and of course as a nation. Okay, so I think Filipino language is embedded on you from the very beginning. It's part of who you are. Okay, it's just giving a chance for the second language to shine. Okay, and to give and to support you as you are, as to support your identity as a Filipino. I think it does not overshadow, but it strengthens our identity as Filipinos, that we are actually good in the language.
So it's more on strengthening, not overshadowing. Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
sir. We have more questions here. I see a question from Miss Genevieve Christine Alda. She has two questions. I, wait. And he's back. Okay.
I'm so sorry. What's the question again? There was a technical problem. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we have Miss Genevieve Alda. She
Uh
has
huh.
two questions, but maybe I choose one first. Um, can you recommend some application, movies or books to them, to us, that may help us improve our English skills? Like the
Oh,
movies that you said a while ago.
English skills. Because I know, I'm more of a spoken person actually, and the thing that I can advise to you is to watch speeches. Oh, we have a lot of streaming sites. So we have YouTube, anywhere else. Okay, if you want to improve someone, if you have to improve your skills, I think you better watch those kinds of speeches because when you get into schools, into education, no, it's more probably that your teacher will be asking you to make your speech, and with that, no, it making a speech for everyone, for certain people, it also improves your social skills, and as well your confidence in speaking in front. So yeah, I think that's a start for you. Start watching some speeches, TED Talk, some watch things like that. It will improve yourself and your confidence and how to do it. Okay. Also, um, movies naman. Okay, movies. Most probably English films. Okay, really. That's what I really recommend. That's how I train myself, really. I immerse myself with English films, and at least part by part, I try to imitate some lines from the actors in the film and do it over again. I'm speaking alone. Nagsasalita ako mag-isa. I look like crazy, but I didn't mind. But at the end of the day, it was for myself. And here I am right now. I'm speaking well, I'm not speaking perfect English, but I think I was better than before. Okay. Yeah. And also books. Books for written English, actually, this is good for you. Novels can be. Okay. Novels. Wattpad, not Wattpad. Not I do not recommend that much. Okay, because Wattpad is not checked. It's not checked by terms of correct grammatical correctness. But I think the books that you buy from bookstores, I think that would suit better. Okay, and also applications. Oh, applications. The best way to do it actually for spoken English is to have someone speak English with you. That's the only way for you to practice it. Another, what I did is that I look up to some people that I really admire. Now I look up to my professor in college. I look up to a YouTuber. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, oh my goodness. The moment that I watch them, sabi ko, I want to be like these people in few years, So my dedication to be like them, inspired me to be like them and to be one of them. And now here I am. Now, if you have someone you look up to in terms of this skill, put that in your mind. And sabi ko, I want to be this person someday. I want to be this kind of person someday. So from that time on, that fire will be burning consistently, and then automatically you will be consistent at what you do. Okay, to achieve that goal. Thanks, Genevieve, for your answer. For your question. I'm sorry.
So it's more like about consistency, like what Bruce Lee said, that
Yes.
you have to practice 1,000 kicks, a thousand
Yeah.
kicks, one kick 1,000 times.
Yeah. Some skills
I'm so
really,
sorry.
some skills that you learned before really die down if you don't use it. Ako, nag-aral ako ng Korean language, spoken Korean and written Korean, but now I don't have someone to write it to. I don't have someone to speak it to speak it with. So yeah, my Korean skills is dying down already. So yeah, the best way to achieve such fluency is to continually practice it with someone or by yourself. Yeah.
Consistency is the key.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
I think that there's another question from Corinne Santos.
Oh yes.
It's a practical question, I think. Good
Okay.
afternoon, sir. Sir Victor, as a former call center agent, I just want to ask for some tips or advice when it comes to dealing with customers in customer
Wow.
service.
Oh, this is a lot. Yeah, I've been there. Well, mag-apply ka ba, Corinne? Corinne is one of our pioneer students, no, in Santa Monica, and I'm happy where she is right now. I think she's doing well in school, no, as accounting student. Yeah. So customers, well, you just need to undergo a training. There's what we call product training. There's what we call soft skills training. So from there, you will be taught how to answer different customers. That will come along the way. I cannot teach you all of this since call center training is very different from English education in school. This one is more targeted since we're dealing with phone calls and something like that. But the general advice that I can give you is that you have to be confident in the language. You have to have a good language command. Okay, you have to make your customer believe in what you say, and you have to make them understand of what you are explaining to them. So yeah, a good grasp of the language can really help you achieve common commonality between you and your customers. I think that's very important. You need to practice a lot. Okay, that's what I always say to my students. Having a good grasp of language can really put you somewhere farther than where you are right now, especially in that job in call center. Okay, the power of persuasion. You make them buy things because of how you sell those things. Okay, you make them understand the inconvenience of the company. So hindi sila nagagalit, but they understand it. That's because of you, because you have a good language. Okay, good language can change hearts too, and can change moods. Okay, yeah. I love that question. Thanks, Corey.
Thank you. Are there any more questions? Oh, I see. Sir Vic, the same. Genevieve has her question. Has another
Mm-hmm.
question here. But I think it's more on. Can you share us how did you develop your own English skills? More.
Ah, oh, that's a lot. It's a very very long story. So I will. Well, I'll give you a gist of that. No, since when I was in high school, I really have this kind of enthusiasm in learning the language. Okay, and from that time on, it was really my interest. To learn English. When I was in college, to tell you, I was not really good in academics, but I was really excelling in English and Filipino. I think I have the edge in languages. So that's why I took advantage of that education and I trained myself so much. And now I went to the call center, not just only provide for my family, but also took the chance to improve my skills. And also, what I do at home is I speak English alone at home. I don't know if my mom hears me speaking to myself. I don't know. I don't know if it came that way, but yeah. As most of the time when I'm alone, I try to practice my spoken English. I talk in front of the mirror. I open my selfie camera and speak with myself. That sounds crazy, but actually it works for me. And also, oh, this one. I also imitate some radio DJs. I also imitate some VJs on TV in music. VJing. Okay, DJs, tawag dito, voiceovers, and I always record my voice. To keep. Oh, this sounds good. Oh, I sounded very fluent here. So yeah, it's more on personal training. I have no one. I really have no one to train me because I'm not in a formal education before. But what I did is I keep the motivation in me. Okay, I look up to the people who are really really good, and I try to make ways. Okay, by myself. Yeah, thanks so much for that, Genevieve. I know that some students are really interested in learning English, but they can't find a way. So that's just my piece of advice to you, those who are starting. And of course, I would like to also invite you to enroll here in CSMA to see the difference. Yeah.
Okay, so so where there is a will, there is always a way. Thank you,
Yes, I
Sir Vic.
believe that. Hmm.
So thank you, Sir Vic, for this wonderful open forum. Okay, so we would like to express our gratitude to Sir Victor for his generosity for sharing his enriching ideas and suggestions that could help everyone improve their English language skills. I might be doing the imitation one of these days. Okay, so thank you, sir, for being with us. And also our warmest appreciation also to our viewers, especially those who comment and reacted during the session. So this afternoon, tomorrow, we will resume our lecture in the morning at 10 a.m. Perhaps many will be interested for the um, when we'll be talking about the fundamentals of research and how we can do it in a practical and efficient way. So once again, thank you for being with us today. Thank you, Sir Vic. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Thank
Thank you
you.
all.